It's a Saturday afternoon in Columbia, and that means the Godbold Center full of action as the Koalas of Columbia College welcome in the Skyhawks of Point University, and the two sides set to get underway here momentarily here at the Godbold Center. It's a familiar face for Jake Deere, the side he formerly coached, now traveling in against the side he currently does. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Mark Shelley. Delighted to have you with us here inside the Godbold Center as you're watching the Appalachian Athletic Conference on Koala Vision. As we take a look at our Terminix starting five for today's game. No surprise, it stays the same as we have seen for the Koalas through the first two games this season in this 2-0 start to their second ever campaign. Chandler O'Bannon and Thomas Whitley both fouling out of the overtime win over Carolina University on Wednesday, but both putting up big-time numbers, combining for 19. Tate Burton in there again. Austin Harrell, he was the player of the game alongside the man next to them there on the screen in Nakia Johnson, as the two had monster nights. Johnson with a phenomenal defensive performance, a double-double, and Harrell coming up with some monster three-point shots late in that game. The 85-83 victory over Carolina U to move to 2-0. Put this Koala side who wears the gray and purple today into that great start for the second time in as many years. 2-0, but a chance here today against a Point side who's 1-0 coming off a win over Bryan. A chance to start 3-0 for the first time in this young program's history as we are underway here on this Saturday afternoon at the Godbold Center, as Austin Harrell will be the first to deliver it forward. Out for Tay Burton, and a three ball will open the scoring account here this afternoon as Tay Burton makes a splash from beyond the arc, and it's 3-0 Koalas in the early moments of this game. The Georgia-based Skyhawks will see a three ball, no good as it kicks back from Caleb Edwards, but the follow-up is put back and it's 3-2, and the Skyhawks find an answer the other way. Johnson will give off to Burton, who has the majority of the points in the game. Thomas Whitley off to Chandler O'Bannon and back out to Austin Harrell. Here is Nakia Johnson, posts up just outside the paint, spins inside, pivots, tries to continue to drive to the lane, but he's called for the travel and concedes possession with 19:10 to go here in this first half. So the other way, the two sides will resume the action, and now a stoppage to make an adjustment to the shot clock, I believe. I believe the game clock is correct. But an adjustment to the shot clock is what we'll see. Round out the rest of the starters of the five on the floor for Point. Caden Paul, Tanner Higgins, Caleb Edwards, Kenton Steele, and Brandon Kincaid. Here is Steele. Overheads it to the near side for Higgins. Into the corner, this is Paul. He'll put up for three, and he knocks that home. And an answering three ball to the opener by Burton with 2 more points to their credit. And it's a 5-3 point advantage. Burton, jumper, banks it in. And it's 5-5, 18.5 to go here in the first half. And the two sides going back and forth early. Inside, Steele tries to drive the lane. He picks up the foul, and the basket is good. He'll head to the line to cap off a 3-point play as Johnson is called for the foul. Nakia Johnson, a double-double on Wednesday night. 15 points to go along with 12 rebounds. But there commits his first foul. He walked a tightrope the remainder of that game. He had 4 fouls for nearly 20 minutes, including the second half and overtime. And somehow, some way, the big man was able to walk that line and perform diligently when they needed him the most. As Harrell will bring this forward, as it's an 8-5 ball game. The 3-point play converted on with the free throw. As Whitley tries a jumper for 2, that scoops in and out, won't drop, and the Koalas are empty-handed. Higgins moves it over Steele drives inside. That gets rolled off a hand. As Johnson comes down, Burton goes the other way. He'll try to hook this in. Won't go, but there's the putback by Johnson. Nakia Johnson comes up with a big putback to put the Koalas down by 1. From the wing, no good. It kicks out to Burton as Steele comes away empty-handed, looking for more than his 3 points he already has. 8-7 with 17.5 to go here in the first half. Whitley off to Johnson, shaded to the right-hand side of center, and a foul on the floor off the ball. It is Steele who commits it. That's his first of the game. (73-71) was the score in the win over Bryan to open up the season for the Skyhawks. Burton bounce pass inside. He was looking for Johnson, who had 2 players in between he and the ball. And now a quick looking 3 from the far side. No good for Higgins. But the Koalas can't come away with the ball, and finally they do, as Whitley jars it free, and he is fouled. And the foul will go against Kincaid. So Harrell will bring it out of the backcourt with 17 to go. Whitley lost it, recollects, and at the NAIA logo, that's where Harrell will set up. Off to Burton, quick turn for a 3. Skims off the top of the rim, no good. We remain a 1-point game. 7 for the Koalas, 8 for the visiting Skyhawks of Point. Trying to step inside is Steele. Now bounce pass for Kincaid, turns with 2 in his face, no good, off his fingertips, and Johnson reins it in. Chandler O'Bannon took a long step with the back foot, and it catches a line, and he's out of bounds with 16.5 to go. O'Bannon 9 points in the game on Wednesday, but did pick up all 5 fouls, so had to leave early in that. He alongside Whitley, who posted 10 in the game. Paul gets it off, unmarked is Edwards. Now he'll drive inside, he's fouled, and the basket will count. So to the line goes Khalib Edwards. It's a 10-7 ball game as Edwards will put it off the front, the back, the front, and then the back again before it finds Twine to convert. And it's a 4-point deficit for the Koalas. As Harrell will break the press, they move it forward to O'Bannon, who goes up for the jam. It's batted from behind, it's out of play with 16-17 to go. Koalas will have it from the baseline with 22 on the shot clock. Burton to Whitley and into the corner for Harrell. Back to Whitley, now shoveled over to the near wing for O'Bannon. Jumps inside, Whitley's free for 3, splashes, and the Koalas close the gap to within 1. 11-10 as Whitley with another 3, this time from the far corner. He had a number of big ones so far through the first 2 games. That's just another on this hot start to the season for him. Paul underneath, picked up by Steele, trying to work against O'Bannon. He floats it in and out of the basket. Underneath, Kincaid is there, and he is fouled. Nakia Johnson will pick up his 2nd foul. And he will come out of the game in favor of Zach Smith, as Johnson already starts to see his totals climb. 15:40 to go here in the first half. Smith was an integral part of the late game strategy for this Koalas side. Made a pair of monster free throws that helped keep the Koalas in front. And then ultimately were able to come back with the Austin Harrell 3-ball that regained them the lead after they gave it up. And held on for that 85-83 as here's Burton. That's going to be short, but he gets his own rebound, drives to the basket, and the Koalas back within 1. It's 13-12. Hey, Burton has come out swinging. He's got 5 already. Kincaid working against Smith. He's able to slip free. That rattles off the top of the basket. No good. Harrell, one-handed pull in. Now shovels off to Whitley. Wing three. That one no good. Can't replicate the earlier make. The other way. The Skyhawks start the charge. Nearly a step back, and then the ball is dished off as Burton had closed the gap. But it's inside for Kincaid. Smith working against him. Kincaid puts it off the side of the rim, but he's fouled by Smith. A timeout here inside the Godbold Center, as Kincaid will go to the line when we come back. 13-12. Koalas trailing by 1 here to the Skyhawks.
Turf grass management is not just guys going out and cutting grass and putting bases down. There's so much more to it. Major League Baseball has made a substantial increase in the standards that all ball clubs should have. And a piece of it is you have to be a graduate of a 2 or 4 year turf grass management program. Having a life scholarship made that possible for me.
Job readiness means a better South Carolina, and a better South Carolina means a better you.
With trusted experts and leading technology, Terminix is here to keep your family and your home pest-free and worry-free. Visit www.trustterminix.com to request a free inspection. Terminix, the trusted experts in pests. 14:45 to go here in the first half. The Koalas of Columbia College trailing the Skyhawks of Point, 13-12. And it is Brandon Kincaid who will go to the line after an unsuccessful basket, but he'll have a chance at the free throw line, trying to add to his 4-point total. He will do that and get to 5. This will be his second to try to get to 6. Two for 2 goes Kincaid, and to the sideline he will go as well. As in comes the number 2 of Dion Sabarin. So Sabarin comes in. And the Koalas take possession. Now down by 3, here is Smith. Shoveled out to Whitley on the left-hand wing. He'll work back towards center. Moves it off to the right-hand side for Harrell, and now to Burton. Underhanded to Smith. He'll drive inside. That gets stripped away, and the Skyhawks look to break quickly the other direction. Yamamoto pumps the brakes, kicks back. Here's a wing 3. That's no good. Skyward on the rebound and hauled in by Whitley. Burton to the corner. Smith is there. He pulls up for 3, and that will ring in to the twine. And the Koalas have tied the game here at 15 apiece with 14 to go in the first half. Yuta Yamamoto. He'll move it off to Steele. Right back to Yamamoto. Into the corner. Back to Steele. Steele trying to work against Smith. He'll put up a floater. That'll break the deadlock, and it's 17-15 with 13:38 to go in the first half. Burton with 7 points, leading the Koalas. He'll bring this forward. Goes behind the back, shaded to the left-hand side. Muscled off. And now finally moved off to Burton. He'll step back for 3, and that'll catch the backside of the rim, kick away. And empty-handed on the Koalas, still trailing by 2. Off to the near side, this is Sabarin. Story played it to the inside, picked away by Whitley, and now given off to O'Bannon. Chandler O'Bannon trying to go coast to coast as he charges towards the rim. He is stripped of the ball, but only because he is fouled. And so O'Bannon will see the foul charged to Higgins. Texas. 13:02 to go. Koalas will go to the baseline. It's the 3rd foul as a team for the Skyhawks. Koalas have committed 4. Jordan McKean inside. Turning is O'Bannon, and he ties the game at 17 apiece. O'Bannon has his first points. McKean has entered the game. Yamamoto sees that feed out of his reach, and the Koalas take over. So two entering the game. Allian Ford did not play in the opener this season. But last game, the second game of the season, his first, comes up with a massive 14-point performance, and he looked as advertised. His three ball is no good, just shaded to the side of the rim, and a fast break the other way. Sees a long jumper converted by Caleb Edwards. Now McKean from the backcourt, he'll bring it forward. And they'll bring it back. And they'll try to inbound for a clock issue. So now McKean. 12:08 to go in the first half. It's a 19-17 ball game. Koalas trailing by 2. O'Bannon fakes it, steps inside, kicks out. Ford out of the corner, steps in for a long jumper for 2. That catches the backside skyward, and the rebound controlled by Story. Edwards gave it underneath. Kincaid is there to bank it in. Koalas now down by 4. It's 21-17. 11:40 to play now. McKean, guarded by Yamamoto, slips free thanks to Smith. Tries to split a pair of defenders. It's poked at, it's out of play, and the Koalas will keep it.
Hey, punch! Punch!
11:32 to go.
It's coming to you.
McKean will bring it in from the baseline.
Get out of there, Allie.
Burton takes a stroll up the far sideline, given off to McKean. Floated inside for Smith from Ford. Smith lost it. He and Kincaid go to the floor. They fight for it, and it's moved off just in time. Off to Sabarin, and then longly fed forward for Higgins, who's under the basket to convert for 2 more. Koalas now trail by 6 with 11 to go here in the first half. 23-17. The side that Jake Deere coached for 5 seasons, leading his current side in their own gym. Ford drives inside, tries to get that to go, and gravity helps him as it just floats long enough to find the twine. And the Koalas get a much-needed 2 points to break up the run by the Skyhawks. Edwards, jumper for 2, no good as it careens over toward the corner, and it's picked up by Ford. He'll shovel ahead to O'Bannon, into the corner for McKean, drives the baseline, and he's able to slip past his man, and it's 2 more, and the Koalas have put up 4 in a row. 23-21, it's down to a 2-point ball game as the Skyhawks take over. A timeout is called with 10:18 to go. And they will take the media timeout. And we will step aside and be back here in the Godbolt Center after these messages.
Turf grass management is not just guys going out and cutting grass and putting bases down. There's so much more to it. Major League Baseball has made a substantial increase in the standards that all ball clubs should have. And a piece of it is you have to be a graduate of a 2 or 4 year turf grass management program. Having a life scholarship made that possible for me.
Job readiness means a better South Carolina, and a better South Carolina means a better you.
Bob pulled up to the Chick-fil-A drive-thru.
Before I could get a word out, I was in tears. I said, I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time. I'm taking my daughter to college today. She's the apple of my eye. Cars were starting to line up behind me.
I went outside with my headset on.
She says, it's gonna be okay. Just was so caring and compassionate.
I never realized how much of an impact it would have.
Tori, this is Isabella.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
We text a lot, don't we?
We text every day.
Back here inside the Godbolt Center, it is a 23-21 advantage for the Skyhawks of Point. A 1-0 start after the win over Bryan, albeit narrowly, 73-71. As here's a quick turn and a long 3 will not go for Higgins, but the rebound controlled by the Skyhawks, and stepping out of bounds and handing the ball over is Dion Saburin. So Sabarin will hand the ball over, and the Koalas will bring it forward. Smith will move it off to Ford, and he will move it off to Whitley. McKenzie now Jamison McKenzie tries to spin his way to the basket, and he is fouled, and he'll head to the free throw line with 9:44 to go here in this first half. McKenzie, the freshman from North Augusta, South Carolina. A chance for his first points, and he'll have to wait till the second free throw as he catches the front side of the rim. So McKenzie will try again, and at best he can cut this down to a one-point game. He will score the point that makes his team's total equal to his jersey number of 22. Skyhawks have 23 with 9:40 to go here in the first half. Edwards out to Robert Harris. Into the middle, back for Edwards. He's guarded by McKean. 10 on the shot clock. And a foul off the ball, and it's Smith, I think, who is going to be called for this. And that is the case. And with that, it'll be Smith who gives way. And on comes Chandler O'Bannon for him. For Smith, it's his second foul, so both Smith and Johnson, who replaced each other, have now racked up 2 fouls early in this game, as there's a quick turn and a float for 2 more. As Kenton Steele finds himself putting his team in front by 3. Here is O'Bannon. Ford stepped back and passed it off instead. McKenzie spins inside, stunner steps, turns, and he gets 2 more. The margin is cut down to 1 yet again. Harris spin moves, tries to hook that in, it will not go. McKenzie is there to pull it in. The other way, McKean works to the right-hand side of center, nearly slips but got it off to McKenzie. Ford drives inside, runs into a wall, and McKenzie denied from behind as Steele was there to break it up. Now Ford from the corner, no good, but McKenzie is able to haul it in. Underneath, too hotly for Ford, he gets a hand to it, it pops free, and McKenzie comes away. McKean wide open for 3, and it's no good. And Harris finally gets a paw to it and can slow the action down as the Skyhawks get a much-needed recovery from a ball that just continued to stay loose. The other way, Steele trying to stay in play, he does, and they moved it off. It gets fingertipped over to Harris. He tries to softly churn one up into the air, but it will not drop. The other way, Whitley speeds it down this left-hand side. O'Bannon hauls it in. Whitley now takes it back, steps inside. He is stripped. It's out of play, but it will stay with the Koalas with 7:55 to go.
Texas!
Ford is out, and in comes Norman Haynes, or as he's known here in Columbia as Zumi. 7:55 to play here in the first half. A 1-point game sees the Koalas with the ball in their hands. O'Bannon to McKean, inside for Whitley. Posts up, slings it out for McKean. Another shot from 3. And again, a near miss. That just kicks off the rim. And it stays at a 1-point game. The other way, Whitley with a hand to it, bats it out of play. And denied on a point that would open up some breathing room is Caden Paul. Yamamoto will take it from the baseline to inbound it with 7:36 to go. Steele, the quick handoff, he'll get it right back. Higgins, he'll pull up for 3. That scoops in and out. McKenzie grabs the rebound, and Haynes will float it longly forward for O'Bannon. Cuts inside, and then he is fouled. Chandler O'Bannon will go to the line. He needs his jersey number to tie this game at 25 apiece. He wears the number 1. He has a chance at 2. .25 all as O'Bannon will make his first with 7:19 to play here in the first half, and this is his second. Less successful than the first, but there is a foul on the ensuing rebound attempt. It is McKenzie who is fouled, and it goes against Caden Paul. That's his first of the game. McKenzie pulls in the inbound pass. He will turn, tries to put it up. It's off the side of the basket, but again, he will try, and again, he will find his name onto the score sheet. Yamamoto guarded by McKean. Off to Steele and right back to Yamamoto. Off to the right-hand wing. Steele steps inside, a quick handoff, turning his Paul. Back to Steele out of the corner. Drives inside, and there's Whitley with a monster swat. Thomas Whitley swings the ball to jar the ball out of play. It will stay with point, but only 7 on the shot clock. They move it towards Steele, and it's off the mark. The Koalas got a fingertip to it. They wanted to try to argue that it was untouched. But Thomas Whitley, he knew it. Shaking his head that he couldn't get a clean touch on that. 5 seconds to go, and the travel is called on Steele, and they'll hand the ball to the Koalas. They were running short on time to begin with. But Steele commits the error, and the Koalas force the turn away. 27-25 they lead here with 6.5 to go in this first half. O'Bannon commits the foul off the ball. And with 6:33 to go, Skyhawks take over. O'Bannon now has 2. So the 3 that have rotated in for each other, and Johnson, Smith, and O'Bannon each have 2 fouls here in the first half. Now scramble for a loose ball. Koalas trying to plead their case. Their bench is right there at the sideline. But it's to no avail as the ball will remain with the Skyhawks. And in checks Austin Harrell, and in comes Jake White. Out of bounds, and the Koalas take over from the quick restart. 27-25 with 6:21 to go here in this first half as McKenzie will bring it ahead. Hotly moved to the corner for Haynes. Kick out, McKenzie for 3. He will drop that into the basket, and it's 30-25. The Koalas lead by 5. Edwards will bring it up the floor. Tries to find an answer. White is there to block it away. Now he tries to start the charge. Haynes, drop pass. Harrell steps in. Kick over. Whitley thought about the 3. Head fakes, cuts away. White steps inside. Harrell's open for a wing 3. He'll splash that in. And the Koalas are starting to pull away. Heating up are these shooters. And it's 33-25 as Austin Harrell does what he has done time and time again through the first 2 games and now into this one. Finds a splash from beyond the arc. Jake White flies in and steals that ball away. Onto the floor and immediately making an impact. But now he's in an all-out dogfight in a wrestling match to try to keep this ball alive. And a timeout is called by the Koalas to save the possession their way. 5:20 to go here in the first half. 33-25. Koalas with the lead here at home. Did you know that since 2002, more than 2.7 million lottery-funded scholarships, such as the Life, Hope, and Palmetto Fellow scholarships, have been awarded to South Carolina students? Playing for fun is a win for education. Visit scheducationlottery.com/educationwins for more information. 5:20 to go here in this first half, and the Koalas have started the string splash after splash together. The most recent, the wide open three ball amidst a net that was curled up on top of the rim, and it still powered through from Austin Harrell, who was tied for his team's lead in points on Wednesday night in that overtime thriller against Carolina University with 15. Here is White off the restart. He'll drive inside, nearly lost it, recollects and banks in. Jake White has his first points of the game. An immediate impact is felt by the 33 entering the contest. Kincaid overheads it outside for Steele on the wing. Edwards will take it. He's guarded by his numerical counterpart in Haynes. Steele thought about a three, now tries to slip past Whitley. Turns, jumper, two, and it's no good. Kincaid hauls it in, and he can't get it to drop. Two come together, and a jump ball will go against the Koalas in terms of possession, with 35-25 reading on either side of 4:38. Edwards from the baseline. A soft leave, and then we'll get it right back from Kincaid. Haynes step for step with him. Higgins works to the corner, overheads it to the far wing. And a foul is called. And the referee had the Koalas emphatically clapping, thinking they had drawn the foul, but instead he points the opposite direction. After initially pointing down to our left, he points to the right with the correction, and will credit a foul to McKenzie. Kincaid's free throw, no good. Steele out of the corner, he was pressured. White is there, reaching in is McKenzie, and a jump ball, and the Koalas take possession. It's a 10-point ball game with 4:19 to play here in the first half. McKenzie tied for the game lead in scoring. Brandon Kincaid also has 8. Steele tied for second with Tay Burton. I guess that would be third. Either way, they're tied with 7 points. Harrell, double team, moves it off to Whitley. McKenzie jumps inside, lifts it up, and he has the game lead with 10 points, and the Koalas lead by 12. Sabarin to the wing, gets it off for Steele. White matches him. Steele can't get it to go. There is a foul, and it's against the Koalas. And it's McKenzie who commits it again. That's his second. Kenton Steele will make his first free throw. Steele had 11 points and 9 rebounds in the season opening win against Bryan. So an opportunity for the Koalas with this to get an early look at common opponents and see how they may fare down the stretch. Koalas picked to finish above Bryan in the AAC preseason poll. Koalas finishing in the voting tied for 7th, which would send them to the postseason. Haynes tries a 3-ball. It is no good. Much anticipation every time he touches the ball. He is a fan favorite here in Columbia. Higgins, 3 from the wing, and he finds a much-needed surge of points and equals his jersey number with that splash. It's a 7-point ball game, 37-30. 3:08 to go. Harrell works forward, long overhead. Koalas keep it alive. Oh, what a play to move that off to White, and he is fouled. Haynes went into the heavens to go keep that ball alive. And rather than trying to keep it for himself, in midair, changed its direction, got it off to White, who earns a trip to the line. Both teams in the bonus. Koalas leading by 7. And White's first free throw is smooth as butter. He'll earn the second. It's no good. It kicks back over and can be taken up the floor by Caden Paul. Paul works back. He'll step inside, trying to move it off, but still lost it. Now tries to recollect underneath, and he banks it in. Down to a 6-point ball game. Off to Haynes. Works back towards center to Harrell. As it's moved off to McDuffie and then given to White, he can't get it to go. The ball is free. Harrell nearly got it, but the other way comes Higgins. From behind, it's poked out of play as Whitley reaches in the ball. McKean will come back in. So too will McKenzie. White and Haynes both take their leave. A long heaving inbound up this right-hand wing to the conference logo. Now handed off to Edwards from Steele. Edwards inside, posts up as he goes to the rim and banks it in. And it's down to a 4-point margin. McKenzie nearly lost it, somehow recovers it, tries to turn it in off the bank, no good. A chance here on this possession to cut into this even more. It's 4 that separate the two sides. Higgins wants 3 of them. He's got 3 of them, and it's a 1-point ball game, 38-37. Tanner Higgins. His last 2 attempts have found the twine from beyond the arc. McDuffie tries for 3, and it's no good. Koalas trying to get back. They lead only by 1. Another one, this time from the far wing, and another splash. 3 for 3 in his last attempts. And Tanner Higgins just shoots up the scoring table. 9 points on 3 consecutive 3-point attempts. And he puts his team in front. It is 40-38 here in the Godbold Center. The wrong way for the Koalas. Today's game running long. Want to get into town early for tomorrow's big match? Well, you can stay where the Koalas stay. At True by Hilton, Columbia Greystone. Located just 10 minutes from the Godbold Center, True by Hilton will have you rested and recharged for whatever tomorrow brings. Visit Hilton.com to book your stay today. 95 seconds left to go here in this first half, and the Koalas, thanks in large part to the individual shooting effort of Tanner Higgins, who's now 3 from 6 from beyond the arc, and all 3 coming in rapid-fire succession. With his 11 points have put the Koalas down by 2, 40-38. Harrell off to McKean. Back to Harrell atop the key. McKenzie took the extra step. The travel gives the ball back to the team leading by 2, and the Skyhawks take over. A minute 14 left to go here in the first half. Higgins to Steele. Guarded by Burton underneath the basket. It pinballs around. It will stay with point. The inbound to Edwards. He turns, the jumper no good. McKenzie is swatted at from behind, but instead he pulls it in and moves it off to Burton. Under a minute to go here in the first half. Harrell to the corner for McKean. He works back up this left-hand wing. Now moves off for Harrell. Hotly moved over to the 5 of Burton and give it off to Whitley. 13 on the shot clock. Harrell tries a 3-ball. That one's curling to the right-hand side, and it kicks out of play off the rim. And the Koalas still trail by 2 as they leave empty-handed. Just over 35 seconds left to go in the first half. About 5.5 seconds between the shot clock, which reads 20, and the game clock. Higgins tries to slip past Burton from the free throw line. Puts up, it's off balance, and it's off the mark. 14 seconds to go. Burton will bring it forward. Six seconds left to go in the first half. Koalas need 2 to tie it up. Burton tries to do it himself, won't go. McKenzie gets a fingertip to it, and the buzzer will sound before the ball drops into the twine. And the first half comes to an end here at the Godbold Center, and it's the Koalas who find themselves, thanks to the late shooting surge of Tanner Higgins, trailing by 2 points at the break. It is 40-38 here on this Saturday afternoon as the Koalas try to rally in the second half and overcome this deficit in mustering up their first ever 3-0 start. But first, work to be done in the second half. And we come back here to the Godbold Center after this.
Bob pulled up to the Chick-fil-A drive-thru.
Before I could get a word out, I was in tears. I said, I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time. I'm taking my daughter to college today. She's the apple of my eye. Cars were starting to line up behind me.
I went outside with my headset on.
She says, it's gonna be okay. Just was so caring and compassionate.
I never realized how much of an impact it would have.
Tori, this is Isabella.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
We text a lot, don't we?
We text every day. You text me every morning.
My name's Adam Gorlitsky, the founder and executive director of I Got Legs. We help paralyzed athletes get access to exoskeletons that allows them to stand up and walk again. The South Carolina Educational Lottery allowed me to get an education and then use it as a springboard in really launching my organization. It all kind of connects back to making life a little bit easier for people.
More accessibility means a better South Carolina, and a better South Carolina means a better you.
It all began in 1937. A vision to start something different, something better. A college athletics association where competition wasn't just about the scoreboard, but about character, growth, and rising together. From that first tip-off, the NAIA has grown in size and in spirit, in the way we play, the way we lead, the way we make athletics greater than a game.
This is college athletics the way it was meant to be. This is the right way to play.
Morning, Carl. Usual?
Yeah.
Your oldest was in here the other day. Said the two of you took a trip down to my neck of the woods. How'd that go?
You might as well give me one of those Carolina cars while you're at it.
I knew I liked that one.
Yeah.
There you go, my friend.
Thanks.
Hey, Carl. Congratulations.
See you tomorrow, Freddie.
You bet.
Our tradition for my football team is we dress up, shirt and tie. I had a tie, but I didn't know how to tie it. Usually I would have my dad help me, but he was deployed. I'm thinking, don't worry about it. My grandma should know.
He says, can you tie a tie? And I'm like, no. But we're on our way to Chick-fil-A.
I recognize them because they came into our store so much. Miss Bertha and Mr. Terrence, I'm like, of course, I'll help them out and show them how to tie a tie.
It wasn't just the tie, it's what was in your heart.
It's my pleasure. Doing good, man. You got it.
Turfgrass management is not just guys going out and cutting grass and putting bases down. There's so much more to it. Major League Baseball has made a substantial increase in the standards that all ball clubs should have. And a piece of it is you have to be a graduate of a 2 or 4 year turfgrass management program. Having the Life Scholarship made that possible for me.
Job readiness means a better South Carolina, and a better South Carolina means a better you.
My 6th grade English class wrote some letters to our local Chick-fil-A that had closed for remodeling.
Dear Chick-fil-A.
Dear Chick-fil-A.
Dear Chick-fil-A. I used to get Chick-fil-A 100 times a week. We need it back. We cannot leave these letters unanswered. So we loaded up our food truck to surprise not just her class, but the entire school.
It was really rewarding as a teacher to see that kindness return to the kids.
We got you a little something to make sure your students keep writing.
Bob pulled up to the Chick-fil-A drive-thru.
Before I could get a word out, I was in tears. I said, I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time. I'm taking my daughter to college today. She's the apple of my eye. Cars were starting to line up behind me.
I went outside with my headset on.
She says, it's gonna be okay. Just was so caring and compassionate.
I never realized how much of an impact it would have.
Tori, this is Isabella.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
We text a lot, don't we?
We text every day. You text me every morning.
My name's Adam Gorlitsky, the founder and executive director of I Got Legs. We help paralyzed athletes get access to exoskeletons that allows them to stand up and walk again. The South Carolina Educational Lottery allowed me to get an education and then use it as a springboard in really launching my organization. It all kind of connects back to making life a little bit easier for people.
More accessibility means a better South Carolina, and a better South Carolina means a better you.
It all began in 1937. A vision to start something different, something better. A college athletics association where competition wasn't just about the scoreboard, but about character, growth, and rising together. From that first tip-off, the NAIA has grown in size and in spirit, in the way we play, the way we lead, the way we make athletics greater than a game.
This is college athletics the way it was meant to be. This is the right way to play.
Morning, Carl. Usual?
Yeah.
Your oldest was in here the other day. Said the two of you took a trip down to my neck of the woods. How'd that go?
You might as well give me one of those Carolina cars while you're at it.
I knew I liked that one.
Yeah.
There you go, my friend.
Thanks.
Hey, Carl. Congratulations.
See you tomorrow, Freddie.
You bet.
Our tradition for my football team is we dress up, shirt and tie. I had a tie, but I didn't know how to tie it. Usually I would have my dad help me, but he was deployed. I'm thinking, don't worry about it. My grandma should know.
He says, can you tie a tie? And I'm like, no. But we're on our way to Chick-fil-A.
I recognize them because they came into our store so much. Miss Bertha and Mr. Terrence, I'm like, of course, I'll help them out and show them how to tie a tie.
It wasn't just the tie, it's what was in your heart.
It's my pleasure. Doing good, man. You got it.
Turf grass management is not just guys going out and cutting grass and putting bases down. There's so much more to it. Major League Baseball has made a substantial increase in the standards that all ball clubs should have. And a piece of it is you have to be a graduate of a 2 or 4 year turf grass management program. Having the Life Scholarship made that possible for me.
Job readiness means a better South Carolina, and a better South Carolina means a better you.
My 6th grade English class wrote some letters to our local Chick-fil-A that had closed for remodeling.
Dear Chick-fil-A.
Dear Chick-fil-A.
Dear Chick-fil-A. I used to get Chick-fil-A 100 times a week. We need it back. We cannot leave these letters unanswered. So we loaded up our food truck to surprise not just her class, but the entire school.
It was really rewarding as a teacher to see that kindness return to the kids.
We got you a little something to make sure your students keep writing.
Back here inside the Godbolt Center as you're watching the Appalachian Athletic Conference on Koala Vision. Mark Shelley with you here as halftime continues to wind down. Two teams have returned to the floor. They'll get back underway here in just a bit. Game's leading scorer, well, it's two of them, Tanner Higgins and Kenton Steele. And it's Higgins who comes flying out of nowhere and adds 9 points on 3 successfully consecutive made three-point shots to rock it up to 11 alongside Steele. Leading Koala is 10. That's for Jamison McKenzie. Problem is the Koalas don't have anybody else in double digits there in the first half. Tate Burton with 7. He's the second on the team. But in the game, he finds himself down in the 4th position. Beg your pardon, in the 5th position, rather. 3 in double digits. Then Kincaid has 8. And Burton, alongside Khalib Edwards, each have 7 points. Beyond that, the Koalas, well, pretty empty-handed. A whole host of players having 3 points, some with 2, and a pair without any so far. Koalas shooting 15 of 35 from the field, 15 of 36 is point. 4 of 11 beyond the arc, 5 of 15 for the Koalas. Koalas have only committed 6 turnovers to the 8 of point. It's a point per turnover that they concede. For the Skyhawks, 12 points off turnovers for the Koalas. But they are being out-rebounded 25-20 in that first half as we get set for the second half. Point in the all-gold, Koalas in the all-gray. And the Skyhawks will work from right to left here in the second half. That sees the hosts, Koalas, down 40-38. Trying to start 3-0 for the first time. And yes, we understand the asterisk that goes along with that, of this being only the second try in program history to start 3-0. An early foul will go against the 4 of Edwards. And the Skyhawks commit their first of this second half, and the Koalas take over. Koalas started 2-0 a season ago, but it was Carolina U who they beat on Wednesday to avenge last season's first loss of their program history. That upended them in a 67-61 game to stop what could have been a 3-0 start to the program's history. But a chance here to rectify that in season number 2. Nakia Johnson, did not see much of him in the first half. He got the start, but then ultimately picked up 2 quick fouls and had to ride the bench for a majority of that opening 20 minutes. But now back in to start this second half. It was a jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Koalas. And it looks as though they will adjust the shot clock down to 2. And so the Koalas inbound and need to get the shot off. Burton will do so in time. It catches the rim, no good. And the Skyhawks come down with it. So we've played nearly a minute. Edwards, he puts up for a long jumper for 2, no good. The ball is free. Johnson nearly had it, lost it, but then Burton is there to pick it up. Overhead, that's brought forward by Whitley. Slung over to Harrell, slips free from his man for 3, it's short. The other way, it's brought forward by Caden Paul. A bounce pass to Kincaid. Guarded by Whitley. Tries to spin to the inside, left it short, and then he just bear hugs Whitley, and that's a foul against Kincaid. That's Kincaid's 3rd foul of the game, and it comes with 18:33 to go here in the second half. So Austin Harrell will bring it forward down the left-hand side. Neither team has scored a point so far, and it will continue that way as Johnson throws through the middle trying to find Harrell, and they can't connect. So 18:23 on the clock. Edwards will bring it forward and pass off to Paul, who walks down this left-hand sideline. Cuts inside, Harrell with him. Johnson trying to recover, needs to be careful underneath, and Johnson strips the ball away. Kincaid went up, and Johnson was there to meet him. The other way, Burton, and he gets the first points to the second half for either side, and they are a big 2 points that tie this game at 40 apiece. Steele, 11 points in the first half, working against Johnson, and Johnson is called for the foul. That's his third. Steele will go to the line. He will make his first. And it puts the Skyhawks back out in front. This time by the narrowest of margins. He will have a chance at his second. Two for two is Steele. And he's back into the game lead with 13 points. Beg your pardon, 12. No, it is 13. I can't math. Burton, thought about the overhead. Instead, it's cycled around. Harrell from the far wing gives inside to Johnson. Johnson tries to turn, lost it, stays with it, and converts. 17:22 to go here in the ballgame. It is 42 apiece. Skyhawks and Koalas. Steele off to Edwards, 18 on the shot clock. Pulling up is Steele, the three ball, an easy splash. $16 points now for Steele. Three players remain in double digits. Nobody else has crossed that threshold yet. Only one for the Koalas. It's McKenzie with 10. Burton kick out. Harrell hotly to the corner for Whitley. Back to Harrell as he backtracks toward the halfway line. They need to go. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Harrell bumped back, slices one inside. Johnson turns before the shot clock expires, and it's no good. Koalas empty-handed, trailing by 3. Outside, pulling up is Paul. No good. Off the rim, and Johnson is fouled. Kincaid commits his fourth. 16 and a half to go here in the ballgame. And Brennan Kincaid with his 8 points and 5 rebounds will have to take a seat on the bench as he finds himself in foul trouble. Whitley will inbound, and they'll move it off to Burton to bring it forward. 45-42, Koalas trailing here in their third game of the season. Whitley loses his footing as he was tripped up in his own legs. McKenzie off to O'Bannon. Works to the outside. He is fouled. And it's the fourth as a team for the Skyhawks. So Harrell will take it at the baseline. Moved off to Burton. Whitley from the corner for 3. It's off the mark, never catching the rim. And so Edwards will fast break the other way. Koalas trying to go up. Steele takes a spill. Hard to the floor. He wanted a foul. I'm not sure Whitley made contact with him at all. But either way, it's a 47-42 advantage. And the Koalas look to eat into it, but nothing doing. Edwards. And he is fouled by Harrell. And we'll head to the free throw line. A trio of subs waiting to check in. It is McKean, it is Smith, and Caleb Brown makes his first appearance. Harrell, Whitley, and Burton are the 3 to give way. It is a 6-point ball game. Now make it 7 as it's 49-42 as the free throws are converted on. So McKean will bring this forward, move it off to McKenzie. Tries to slip inside, that gets stripped away from him as he's turned toward the basket. Higgins Works ahead. Now moves it off to this left-hand wing for Edwards. He cuts inside, walks to the basket, and the layup converts. Koalas have seen this Skyhawks side pull away in rapid-fire fashion here in the early parts of the second half. Smith fakes the pass, puts up, no good. It catches the rim and kicks away. Koalas can't catch a break right now. The points fall for Tay Story. And it's now the largest lead for the Skyhawks, which is 11. Brown fakes, now steps in, jumper for two. That two will not go, and the Koalas just can't find the twine. Caden Paul spins and is fouled as he bumps in between McKean and Brown. And it's Caleb Brown who is called for the foul. 14:27 to go in the ballgame. 53-42. Koalas trailing by 11, but a much-needed timeout, and it comes here with just under 15 to go. And the Koalas needing to find some momentum out of the break.
Our tradition for my football team is we dress up, shirt and tie. I had a tie, but I didn't know how to tie it. Usually I would have my dad help me, but he was deployed. I'm thinking, don't worry about it. My grandma should know.
He says, can you tie a tie? And I'm like, no. But we're on our way to Chick-fil-A.
I recognize them because they came into our store so much. Miss Bertha and Mr. Terrence, I'm like, of course, I'll help them out and show them how to tie a tie.
It wasn't just the tie, it's what was in your heart.
It's my pleasure. Doing good, man. You got it.
The Solomon Law Group is proud supporters of Columbia College athletics and broadcasts on Koala Vision just like this. When life knocks you down after an accident, trust the team that fights for you. The Solomon Law Group, they've got your back. Koalas need to get back into this game, trailing by 11, 53-42 to the side, formerly coached by their now head coach, Jake Deere, who spent 5 seasons between 2019 and 2024 with the Skyhawks, posting 76 wins over that span, and recorded the 2021 AAC Coach of the Year before the Skyhawks ultimately left for the Southern States Conference. Edwards off the restart, lost it, but still is there to pick it up off the far wing and keep it alive. Tries to cut inside, he turns, and that will drop in off the backside of the basket. And the Koalas just not finding an answer for Kenton Steele, who now finds himself with 18 points. McKean inside, given out. Brown's free for three. Koalas finally get on the board. After a lengthy stay without any points, they cut it down to a 10-point gap. It's 55-45 as Brown splashes from beyond the arc. Far side now, Yamamoto cuts inside, nearly pickpocketed, but they left Edwards alive. He's there, but it's no good. The other way. O'Bannon, bounce pass for Smith, kicks back to McKean. McKean will backtrack toward the half-court logo. Shannon to the right-hand side, now he'll give a go into the inside. Long heave, O'Bannon, as he was floating out of bounds, kept it alive. The other way comes Steele, and an easy layup as Brown just couldn't get back in time. He's now up to 20 points, is Kenton Steele. He has doubled up the leading Koala scorer, who has 10, which is still McKenzie. The Koalas commit the foul. I beg your pardon. It is Higgins who commits the foul. And so it is Smith who converts his first free throw. Smith's second, as good as the first. (57-47), a 10-point ball game again. as Yamamoto cuts inside of the paint, moves it to the wing. Shy of the corner, and Edwards with a splash to make it a 13-point ball game. It's 60-47. Koalas need to come up with defensive stops. They've started to find some offensive rhythm, but it's a defense that just has no answer. Harrell, a corner three attempt. It's short off the front side of the rim. Steele leads Yamamoto, who has nobody back to guard him, but O'Bannon goes up, and I think he got a fingertip to it. Either way, Yamamoto looked as though he was going to miss off the side of the rim. Harrell takes a tumble, stays with it, recovers, gives off to O'Bannon, whose long stride forward sees the leg kick back and out of bounds. 60-47 it remains, as Caleb Brown will head to the bench, and in comes Whitley. 12:07 to go, and the Koalas need a big turn away here. Yamamoto gives off for Edwards, back to Yamamoto. He turns for three, and he airballs it out of bounds. Koalas get the stop they need, as Yamamoto flies in, jars it out of bounds on an unsuspecting Harrell. But the ball will stay with the Koalas. McKenzie starts the charge, steps inside. Harrell thought about it from the wing, instead moves it to the corner. Now back over to McKenzie straight away. Handed off to Harrell, steps inside, bounce pass, O'Bannon with a jam. And Harrell took a hard knock, as all eyes were on O'Bannon, who slams it home. The emphatic celebration sees Austin Harrell slow to his feet, but he has gotten back up and shakes it off. Harrell, in that player of the game performance on Wednesday, had a couple of hard knocks, including a monster one in the early first half that kept him out for most of the first half. But once he finally did recover, that second half was one to remember for Austin Harrell. Out of the corner, here's a three-ball attempt. Oh, and an answer the other way. And that's what this Skyhawk side has done. They have hit the three ball, and they have done so to take the wind out of the sails of the Koalas. Harrell looking for an answer. He can't get one to go. He's gone cold after a hot start from beyond the arc. Harrell just can't get those long balls to drop. And it's 63-49 to go. Or excuse me, 63-49 on the scoreboard. 11:08 to go. Steele commits the foul, so it's Whitley who will go to the line. 3 points in the game. They will mop up again at that spot where Harrell took the spill. Whitley will convert on his first. Steele will check out with 22 points. He also has the 4 fouls, so he'll take a seat. Whitley goes 2 for 2. The margin is 12. 63-51 with 11 to go in the ballgame. Yamamoto stutter steps inside, and they want a travel call from the bench to our right. I think they would have had a case. Yamamoto inside. That won't go, off the side of the rim. Gets his own rebound, off balance, and still gets it to fall. 65-51. Whitley down the right-hand side, cuts inside. And it will be a 1-and-1, despite the fact that they started to move it to the near sideline for the inbound. And it is the 7th foul. Koalas committing just 3. And Whitley will settle for the 1 free throw, and it will come with no points. 10.5 to play. He and the Koalas trailing by 14. Edwards off to Yamamoto. Travel against Edwards, and the Koalas take over. Koalas have just not been able to get shots to drop. Shooting 30% beyond the arc, 6 of 20 from three-point land, 7 of 17 for 41%. Well, the Skyhawks, and they have come at very opportune times to try to swing momentum in their favor. Whitley floats inside. Smith is stripped but stays with it, tries to get there, and then he is upended, and the foul goes against him. That is his third. Smith, the sophomore, in disbelief as he makes his way to the other end of the floor. Yamamoto off to Edwards, the native of Chattanooga, Tennessee. Higgins, the three ball is long. McKenzie brings it forward. He is harassed up the floor. Jumps inside, kicks out. Here's Harrell. Needs to get one to drop, and he can't get it to go. Fingertips abounding. That's batted out of play. And it deflects off of Smith. Koalas trailing by 14, needing something to go right with 9.5 to play. A timeout will let them talk things through, and we will take a breather here on the broadcast side. Koalas. Today's game running long, want to get into town early for tomorrow's big match. Stay where the Koalas stay at True by Hilton, Columbia Greystone. Located just 10 minutes from the Godbolt Center, True by Hilton will have you rested and recharged for whatever tomorrow brings. Visit Hilton.com to book your stay today. 9:33 to go here in the ballgame. Koalas need to overcome a 14-point deficit, 65-51, in order to avoid the same start they had in their inaugural season, which was a 2-1 start after starting 2-0. Edwards will bring it up the floor for the Skyhawks. He's guarded by O'Bannon. To the left hand of the paint, he gets the bank in. And it's now a 16-point ball game. It's the largest margin for either side. Koalas at 1 point, led by 12 in the first half. McKenzie hotly over for Smith. Fakes, drives the baseline, and he slams one in. Koalas have made a couple of emphatic plays, but they still trail by a large margin. Here's Higgins for three. Oh, and that's what he's done time and time again. That's his fourth made three ball, and they have come to just be daggers for momentum the way of the Koalas. Into the corner, Whitley looking for his answer. That won't go. It's off the backside of the rim, but Smith comes down with a rebound. Whitley underneath, and one. And Thomas Whitley will head to the line as the basket will count. His three wouldn't go, but now a chance to capitalize on the three-point play. McKenzie out, Burton in. Yamamoto comes out, and in comes Charles Bryant. The 6'5" freshman makes his first appearance as Whitley shoots his free throw. All three that he attempted right before he converted the basket and was fouled come to fruition for Whitley. And they'll take 2 seconds off the clock as the Koalas have cut it back down to a 14-point margin. It is 70-56. "24 of the team's 70 points have come from beyond the arc for the Skyhawks side." Paul, the three, no good. O'Bannon grabs the rebound. Starting to feel like the Koalas must capitalize on this possession. They need to start capitalizing, but they cannot do so. The pass along the baseline intercepted. The other way, the three is left short. Koalas trying to get the rebound, and they do. It's O'Bannon again. O'Bannon trying to go to the basket. He'll get that to drop in. And 2 points for the Koalas, cuts it down to 12. 7:44 to go here in the ballgame. 70-58, Koalas trailing. Edwards. Whitley forces him to the baseline. He slips free, goes underneath, turns around midair, and puts it back to a 14-point ballgame. O'Bannon the other way. Overhands. Smith put off balance with the body contact. No good on the basket. 7:13 to go. Edwards, a jumper for two. Skips off the rim, no good. And the Koalas pull it in. O'Bannon now brings it ahead. He is fouled. And he will go to the line. The foul credit in to Savarin. O'Bannon's free throw will earn him a second. (72-59). As Whitley checks out and Haynes comes back in for the first time in the second half. O'Bannon's second, not as good as the first, and he'll settle for one of two. Edwards moves it off, and nearly an errant pass, but it's saved by Paul. 15 to go on the shot clock. Bryant drives inside, and Smith commits the foul as the ball kicks out of play. So in comes Allian Ford. Higgins hands off to Edwards. Burton is right there to meet him. On this near side, Edwards jumps inside. Ford with a jarring hand. That forces the scramble for the ball and kick back to Bryant. He tries to go to the basket. No good. Ford will grab it off the backboard. He'll start the charge the other way. Allian Ford trying to put up points. He's fouled. The basket will not come to fruition, but he'll head to the free throw line. Chandler O'Bannon took a knock and was slow to get back to his feet, but finally does and gives the nod that he is okay to his bench. Ford just 2 points in the game after 14 back on Wednesday. His first is a make. This to cut it to 11. (72-61). Koalas trailing with 6:22 to go in the ballgame. They can't get out of the backcourt. Finally, they're able to move it forward, and Edwards sees a man unmarked in the corner, and he makes them pay. As Sabarin splashes from this near side corner, Koalas need an answer. It's Haynes for three, and he finds it. Zumi puts up three, and the Koalas get an answer after giving up the same total. but they still find themselves down by 11 with 6 to go in the ballgame. 75-64. We're back to the Godbold Center after this.
Our tradition for my football team is we dress up, shirt and tie. I had a tie, but I didn't know how to tie it. Usually I would have my dad help me, but he was deployed. I'm thinking, don't worry about it. My grandma should know.
He says, can you tie a tie? And I'm like, no. But we're on our way to Chick-fil-A.
I recognize them because they came into our store so much. Miss Bertha and Mr. Terrence, I'm like, of course, I'll help them out and show them how to tie a tie.
It wasn't just the tie, it's what was in your heart.
It's my pleasure. Doing good, man. You got it.
Fans, did you know that since 2002, more than 2.7 million lottery-funded scholarships, such as the Life, Hope, and Palmetto Fellow Scholarships, have been awarded to South Carolina students? Playing for fun is a win for education. Visit sceducationlottery.com/educationwins for more information. 6 minutes to go, and the Koalas need them to be efficient offensive minutes as they trail by 11 to the Skyhawks of Point. A 1-0 start over former conference adversary in the Bryan Lions. But now Point no longer a member of the AAC. They've moved to the Southern States Athletic Conference. Here's Higgins. And Haynes gets a piece of him. That's what sent the ball skyward. And they'll come to the near sideline. It's the Koalas' 6th. Haynes will come out to guard his numerical counterpart on the inbound. Paul to Steele, who has 4 fouls. Hands off to Paul. Paul lost it. In flies O'Bannon, but he just can't set his feet to cleanly hold on to it, and it kicks out of bounds. 7 on the shot clock. Steele will take it. Posts up. Won't get it to drop in off the rim. So the Koalas an opportunity to come the other way. Oh, Ford with the miss. Steps in. Harrell drives, and that's 2 for Austin Harrell. A tough night shooting beyond the arc after making an opening splash. But Harrell comes back with a big time 2. Down to a 9-point game. 5:10 to go. Edwards calls for Steele. Steele sets the pick. Edwards tries to work against Burton. Burton reaches in and he disagrees. He thought he got a clean whack at the ball, but instead he's called for the foul. It is the team's 7th. And to the line will go Edwards in this 9-point ball game. Edwards will miss the first. Now 3 for 4. That's his first miss. He's got 18 points just to make it 19. He will do that, and he'll rectify the miss from the first. Someone's back to a 10-point game. Harrell moves off to Haynes, and he has another 3. From 10 down to 7. It's 76-69. 4:42 to go in the ball game, and the Koalas come away with the ball. O'Bannon, a bounce pass trying to find Burton. It never gets there, but it will trickle over to him eventually. Now they'll stop, and they want to make sure that the shot clock is adjusted. And in doing so, they'll stop it. They'll move it to immediate timeout, so we get a breather with 4:33 to go here in the ball game. Zumi Haynes, 2 big-time 3s here in this second half. Put the Koalas in a position to try to close the gap further. 76-69, back to the Godbold after this.
Turf grass management is not just guys going out and cutting grass and putting bases down. There's so much more to it. Major League Baseball has made a substantial increase in the standards that all ball clubs should have. And a piece of it is you have to be a graduate of a 2 or 4 year turf grass management program. Having a life scholarship made that possible for me.
Job readiness means a better South Carolina, and a better South Carolina means a better you.
Our tradition for my football team is we dress up, shirt and tie. I had a tie, but I didn't know how to tie it. Usually I would have my dad help me, but he was deployed. I'm thinking, don't worry about it. My grandma should know.
He says, can you tie a tie? And I'm like, no. But we're on our way to Chick-fil-A.
I recognize them because they came into our store so much. Miss Bertha and Mr. Terrence, I'm like, of course, I'll help them out and show them how to tie a tie.
It wasn't just the tie, it's what was in your heart.
It's my pleasure. Doing good, man. You got it.
Koalas trying to overcome a 7-point deficit with 4.5 to go here on this Saturday afternoon. 76-69 they trail. In their 2-0 start, they have won both games over Mid-Atlantic Christian and Carolina University, most recently on Wednesday, by a combined 8 points. 79-73 in the opener. And then the 2-point overtime win on Wednesday. Haynes off balance, never got there. That was a contested shot. I think it was a partial block that just put that off the side of the rim. So a single-digit deficit. But a team that has been feeling it beyond the arc. And a big splash could put the Koalas back down by double digits. Here is Steele. Turns, looks to get 2 on the board, but Edwards grabs the rebound. It was no good, and he fights through the battle with Burton, and he adds to it. It's back to 9. Oh, and Allion Ford took a hard knock as Higgins was waiting to intercept that ball. It's kicked out to the wing for 3. It's left short, and Haynes grabs the rebound. Burton wants to come the other way. A floater, that's off the mark, and he can't get it to fall, and he can't get the rebound. Long floater up the far side. Samarin works back and will move it off to Higgins, and now rifled over to the near side wing, and that's where Edwards will take it. 15 on the shot clock. Moved off. Higgins, a long 3. That's left short off the front side of the rim. Koalas trying to get it. Steele takes a tumble behind the play. Maybe labored in getting back to his feet. O'Bannon is fouled as he goes to the basket. Can't get it to fall, but not what the Skyhawks want to see as Steele is slow to his feet. And he will head over to the bench. And Kincaid will come back in. So Steele, with his 4 fouls, will make his way off for Kincaid, who also has 4. And O'Bannon goes to the line. It's an 8-point ball game. This to cut it back down to 7. O'Bannon goes 2 for 2. And the difference is 7 with 3:06 to go in the ball game. 78-71. Koalas trying to overcome the deficit to improve to 3-0. As Higgins finds himself free. Oh, and he has just been lights out from beyond the arc, and he hits yet another. Now it's a 10-point game. Ford off to Harrell. Steps inside, drives to the basket, and he answers with 2 of his own as the Koalas call a timeout with 2:41 to go here in the ball game. After this, Koalas continue this stretch of home games to open up their season. Coastal Georgia in here in 6 days' time. And then the following day, Southeastern comes in. That's 7:30 on the Friday night. Saturday, it is a 12:30 game on November 8th. And then to the road to start AAC action. November 12th, it begins at Spartanburg Methodist, the newcomers to the AAC. And away at Bluefield, away at Johnson. And then the first iteration of the meeting with the Rams of CIU on November 25th. And then we'll head to Kingsport, Tennessee. Oakland City and Freed Hardeman in some non-conference games. Then they'll meet with Coastal Georgia again in the second half of the home and home on December 3rd. And then you get to see the Koalas back at home, if you can wait that long, on December 6th when Reinhardt is in town for a 4 o'clock meeting. So a lengthy stretch of road games for the Koalas upcoming after the next 2 games beyond this one. 2:41 to play in the ball game. Koalas trail by 8. It is 81-73. Caden Paul will inbound from the right-hand side. Edwards will take it. It is heaved long and errantly over top of the skyward reach of Higgins. And a self-inflicted turnover by the Skyhawks gives the Koalas the ball. They have gotten it as close as 7. It is 8 as it stands. Burton fakes the pass, now will dish it off to the wing for 3, and it's no good, but a foul on the shot will send the Koalas to the line, and Haynes will get an opportunity to eat into the deficit. He's made 2 3-point plays. And he'll start off a chance at 3 with an opening make. Haynes' second, as good as the first, and he'll shoot the third. The gap is 6. This to get it to 5. 1, 2, and 3 for number 4, and the Koalas steal it away. Ford puts it off the side of the backboard after the steal. The other way, Kincaid. Chandler O'Bannon reaches in, strips the ball away. It's out of play. The point favors Point. But the Koalas with a good defensive recovery to jar that ball free, and O'Bannon came flying into the backcourt to do so. 2:12 to go in the game. Higgins, jumper, it's good for 2. 83-76. Back to 7 points the difference. Ford, inside, heaves one over for Burton. Push to Haynes. Kicks over the shoulder, out for O'Bannon. That rims in and out. Burton grabs it, tight ropes the sideline, gets it off to O'Bannon again. He drives inside at the paint, heaves over for Harrell. 15 on the shot clock. Flies one over for Ford. Ford, a contested 3 that catches the backboard first and will not fall. 93 seconds left to go in the ball game, and Harrell will commit the foul. 83-76. Edwards will take his free throws. Each team a strong night from the line. 11 of 14. Now 12 of 15. Burton heaves out. Haynes, 3. Yes! Koalas get an answer. It's back down to 6 with 75 seconds left to go in the game. A 2-score game, and Burton commits the foul. It is Edwards who will go to the line again. He made both on the previous. And he will make the first to earn the second. 2 for 2 on that trip, just as he did a few moments before. 87-79. Koalas need to get something to drop and do so in a hurry. Burton hops inside. There's 2. 6-point game and a timeout called by the Skyhawks. 87-81 with 59.7 on the clock. Koalas, well, they've seen Norman Haynes jump up into the team lead in scoring. He's got 12, Burton with 11, O'Bannon with 10, McKenzie with 10, and Whitley with 8. The problem is Edwards has 25 and Steele has 22, and behind them, Higgins, in large part thanks to 15 points coming off made three-pointers, has 19. He had 3 consecutive makes in the late stages of the first half to wipe out what was a 12-point advantage for the Koalas. And now here with less than a minute, they find themselves trailing by 6. Paul gets it free, Edwards gets the ball. Higgins trying to play keep away, heaved over to the near side. Koalas reach in, and there's the foul. So to the line will go the 2 of Savarin. And it pays dividends for the Koalas as he goes in and out. His second will get some help from the rim. So he settles for 1 of 2. 7 points with 47.3 to go. Ford kicks over to Harrell. They need a splash. Can't get it to drop. Skyhawks get the rebound. They get it off to Edwards. He heaves it long, and now it's a runaway. They will reach in. It's O'Bannon who does, and it's Paul who goes to the line. Less than 30 seconds to go. The shot clock is off, and Paul has a chance to help his team pull away further. It's an 8-point ball game. And he'll go again. 2 for 2 is Paul. Now it's 9. 90-81. O'Bannon kicks over. Burton for 3. He misses the mark. Haynes grabs the rebound, needs to get it off to someone. Burton again. He'll try a second one. That 2 will miss, and it will not go, and the Koalas commit the foul. Twelve and a half seconds. Edwards will put his team to 91, and it's 10 points the difference. $11 points to the good. Ford will bring it up the floor. Step back, he'll try for 3. Koalas get a make, but it might have come way too late. Kincaid takes a long heave. They try to get back, and now Steele's just going to run away. And that kicks out of play, and less than a second to go. Koalas, for the second straight season, will start 2-0, but drop game 3. And a 92-84 final here on the Saturday afternoon at the Godbolt Center sees the Koalas dropped their first of the season from what was a 12-point halftime lead, lead in the first half. Sees them upended by 8 points at the final buzzer. %42% from the field for the Koalas. They made 10 three-point shots, 10 of 32, 10 of 25, much more efficient with less for the Skyhawks. Each team, strong nights at the free throw line, and a very strong night for point, 20 of 24. From the line, 16 of 21 were the Koalas. Each team similar in turnovers, similar in points off turnovers. Skyhawks 14, Koalas 15. Rebounds looked very similar as well. But it was heavy hitting up top from Edwards, Steele, and Higgins, with 2 of the 3 eclipsing the 20-point mark. Higgins coming one shy with 19, 15 of which came on a 5 of 10 performance beyond the three-point line. Edwards and Steele each made a 3. They were 1 for 3. 27 for Edwards, 22 for Steele. Higgins, 19. And then the gap, and that's where Norman Haynes finishes as 4th in the game in scoring, but leading the Koalas with 12. 3 for 3 from the line to go along with 3 made three-pointers. Tay Burton with 11. O'Bannon and McKenzie each had 10. Whitley was tied with Kincaid for the Skyhawks with 8. But it was not enough for the Koalas as they dropped their first of the season and fall to 2-1 with a final score of 92-84. Up next, 6 days' time, Coastal Georgia comes in here Friday night, 7:30, before Southeastern the next day at 12:30 on November 8th. Until then, Koalas have to let this one sit with a sour taste in their mouth as Point comes to town and leaves with an 8-point victory. On behalf of everyone in the athletic department here at Columbia College, I'm Mark Shelley, bidding you a very pleasant adieu.